Cannot wait to get your take on this one. We got Amanda Hebos 11-2 taking on Katlyn Chookagian 17-4, who interestingly enough had won 3 straight fights, then seemingly was, I don't want to say cut from the UFC, but her contract was not renewed. And then weeks later, here she is fighting against Amanda Hebos. An interesting spot because Hebos, I mean, is coming off a nice win. She took out Buscemi, aka Verna Jandiroba, and that was a unanimous decision. And it was good to see her get back in the win column after that first loss to Marina Rodriguez, first UFC loss against Marina Rodriguez, and that was good because she had only won before that. Nice wins too against Mackenzie Dern, Randa Marcos, who obviously takes a lot of L's, and then she smoked Paige Van Zant early and often. But Ebos was someone that the promotion really seemingly was pushing, and I'm interested to see how she does against Katlyn Chookagian, who at 125 has always been like the levels test type fighter. I mean, if you look at her losses, they're only to the absolute killers in the division, Valentina Shevchenko, Jessica Andrade, and then she lost that split decision to Jessica Ai, who is a tough woman in her own right. And everyone else, Chookagian has been able to methodically go through. I mean, not always the most exciting fights, but she's an effective fighter. She's an effective striker on the feet and is able to win fights. So, are you going to be rolling with Katlyn Chookagian in this, I don't know, comeback of sorts fight? Or do you think this is where Hebos turns that corner, rediscovers that sauce, and gets that promotional push a little bit more? Who you got?
Yeah, this is such a fun fight, a great fight. But man, talk about a levels test for her first fight at 125 for He Boss. Like I've always gone with is, Blondie's no joke, and she's the one I pick unless she's fighting a woman named the Bullet. So both these are my girls, and big fan of Amanda Hebos, but I gotta take Blondie in this one. I just don't like the fact that Hebos is going up in weight. One thing I've noticed that I just don't really like in general. I don't like the thought of it. Unless you're like 10 years in the game, and then like I just don't want to cut weight anymore. Is like I don't like that these fighters are like, oh, I'm not doing good at 115 or 150 or whatever it is. I'm just gonna bulk up or not cut and then try another run. It's like, yo, you gotta commit. So that means 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I think Hepos is getting TKO'd second round. I think Blondie's grappling is good enough for MMA jiu-jitsu. Hepos doesn't really have that good of a wrestling, I would say, but if he goes to the ground, Hebos should have the clear advantage. I mean, let's be real, her grappling is no joke. Levels above Blondie if you look at just Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but when it comes to MMA grappling, Blondie should have it there pretty easy. So I have her getting it done. I think it's going to be on the feet fight. I don't really see Hebos doing much. We saw Marina Rodriguez absolutely demolish Hebos. I see that being the same thing, so I'm picking Blondie. Am I crazy to say that?
No, I don't think you're crazy at all. And I think all those points are well taken for sure. I mean, the fact that Hebos, I mean, she did fight that one fight at 125 against Paige Van Zant, but that was a fight where both of them were kind of up at 125. It didn't seem like a permanent move type situation for either lady. And in this one, making the jump up to 25, where Hebos, I mean, is 5'3", right? And often I feel like has a strength advantage when down at 115. But at this division against a 5'9" Blondie who is going to have the reach advantage. And to your point about the grappling, I mean, she's a legit brown belt under Renzo Gracie, so it's not like Chookagian is some slouch there as well. And I just think it's going to be difficult for Hebos to be able to get her down, just given the size factor that plays into this fight at 125. And it seems like 72% is rolling with Chookagian as well. 28% is rolling with Hebos. There is a decent bit of copper for that submission, but I don't know. I kind of think that's a pipe dream, and I like your analysis a lot. I'm going to be rolling with Chookagian as well. I think at a minus 120, minus 130, that's a pretty decent spot for the blonde fighter because she's proven to be an effective winner in the UFC. And if you aren't like a top tier, top 5, top 3 woman in the UFC at 125 specifically, then it's going to be difficult to take out Chookagian. And unless Hebos is coming like juice to the gills, Jessica Andrade style, like maxed up, ready to just like take Chookagian down and alpha her or something, I think she's kind of dead to rights. However, I do think it's going to be a decision. I can't remember the last time Chookagian finished anybody. I gotta say that. I gotta say that much. You think she can get a finish?
Yeah, I think she gets a finish here. Like you were saying, I mean, Hebos is 5'3". 5'9", this girl is going to look like a monster to her. So I think with her natural strength at 125, she's going to put down the little girl that usually is a 115er. But if not, probably unanimous. I mean, look at Tapology, most are going unanimous, and then the little sliver of, the meat bomb of. Honestly, I would have assumed Ribas would be all submission. So I'm very surprised to see that, and then surprised to see that there is a few fanboys for Blondie with the KO. So I'm right there with that little sliver. I like that. I'm definitely checking out those little juicy odds for just a little dinker. But yeah, fun fight. But I got Blondie.
Fun fight for sure. If she is able to pull off that KO, then that's a testament. That's a great call right there. But with you all the way, I'm taking Blonde Fighter. I like her by decision. Let us know in the comments, Meat Boys, are you rolling with Amanda Ribas? Is she going to get this one done and the Meat Boys are all over the place? Or are we spot on? The Blonde Fighter's got this on lock? Let us know.